And we're live. Hello, everybody. It's Bryce here from Video Games HD Remix. And today I'm going to be giving you guys a behind the scenes look at my latest remix, Brinstar, the Melee version from the Metroid series. So there's going to be a lot to talk about here. We're going to go through each bit. We're going to start off with the drums, and then the bass, and then the guitars, and then all the little extra bits because there's quite a bit. This mix was very challenging, um, very rock heavy, and a lot of fun to work on. So I hope you guys had a chance to listen to it already and have enjoyed it so far. So if you have anything interesting to say about it, go ahead and send me a chat. I'd love to hear your comments. So we'll start off by just doing a playthrough of the entire song, and then we'll go through each bit. All right, here we go. Brinstar Melee Metroid. What a great track. Yeah. That I'm really happy with how it came out. Yeah. A lot of work. So let's go through each part. Let's start with the drums. So the drums were recorded by my cousin, who happens to be an up and coming YouTuber, H2K Gaming. He's helped me do another track. He did the Snaky Chanty one from the Donkey Kong Country 2 mix. So that was a lot of fun working with him. And once again, he delivered. It sounded great. The drums were super rocky in this one. And it didn't take long to bang out. Like I think we recorded in maybe an hour, and yeah, really happy with his performance. So let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about these drums. So right now I have 3 or 4 different layers for these drums. This is the main one, 4 on the floor. This is a preset I have for addictive drums. Let's just see if I can find it. Addictive Drums. Yeah, the best drum tool. I love it so much. You have the entire kit here, and I found a nice preset that sounded good for this mix. Kick, nice power, punchy kick, snare, toms, and cymbals. Very nice. I'm just going to turn it up just a bit. Okay. And so let's hear what that sounds like singled out. And then we'll start. I'll give you a little preview of the rest of the drums, but yeah. So that's the main drum sound that you're hearing. And to bring it to the next level, I'm using this. This is like, it's very low. It's just the standard drum, and it's just a little bit underneath, almost like gives it like the roomy feel. And then we have beefy toms, which are the kick pedals and some of the toms themselves. So that if you're having the headphones on, you can hear the bassiness of it. And then we have toms. I had just a little extra punch. I'll just play that again. Yeah. So all together, if we single them all, we get the full drum sound. Awesome. And those big toms, big beefy toms. Gotta love that. I'm just gonna turn it up just a bit more. There we go. Okay, so after the drums, I did the bass. So I plugged in my actual bass into like I put it directly into my interface, and I was just recording straight into the system. So we'll have a listen there. Yeah, pretty basic stuff. I'll show you the bass I used. This is my uncle's bass. It's a what is it? Fender Jazz bass. It's a bit of an oldie, but it gets the job done. And for this, I'm using Guitar Rig. So I have the bass plugged into Guitar Rig, another awesome tool, which simulates amps. So I found a preset that I really liked, and I tweaked the settings a little bit just to get to the mix sounding good. And what I like to do with a lot of my mixes is double the bass and then just have a sub underneath it. So that would be this one. So it's not as, yeah, again, if you have the headphones on, you'll be able to hear it. But it gives it that boomy, bassy feel. And together and without it. Together and without it. So again, you have to have the headphones to be able to hear this. But yeah, let's hear this with the drums. Love that ride. And then your beefy toms. Sounding great so far. So let's have a listen to the guitars. This one was fun. This one took me a little bit of extra time to get the sounds right. So I started with messing around on my amp to try to get like a kind of a weird sci-fi synth sound. And I'll see if I can find that here. This synth guitar right and left. This is what I started with. So when I was first working on this, this was like the main guitar sound, and it just it wasn't quite doing it for me. I also had I had like a dirty guitar tone, which is dirt. I'm trying to find it. I think it's this one. Yeah. So this is just straight out of the amp. Just regular old, like distortion, like nothing fancy. And then what I like to do at the same time is record direct input. So just not going through the amp, but going straight into the system so I could like mess around with it in Guitar Rig. So that's what these are. I decided to leave these ones in the mix because I felt that it added a bit of like warmth and bassiness. So I added that in. Yeah. Just straight into the system, electric guitar. And those are my chords. Those are the chord sounds. And then I messed around with that, and then I decided, okay, I need to make this work a little bit better. So I messed around with some more settings, and I found this one in Guitar Rig. So that's the main riff. That's what you're hearing. And then underneath that, there's some extra little special layers. There's the shimmer. Let's have a listen. Again, going through Guitar Rig. And then there's this one, like a psychedelic filter. Very spacey. And that's what I was going for. So together you get this. Yeah. We also have this Ottawa. Oh no, sorry, that's the chords. This one and this one. Right. Right. So all of these makes the main riff. Yeah. And then there's this part. Cool stuff. And then there's the rhythm guitar. So that would be all of these. Yeah. And then this one. Very nice. All together, all the guitars. Let's hear it. Very cool. Okay, so let's hear guitars, bass, and drums. that same section. Here we go. So it's starting to take shape. So that was nice and all, but we needed to have some extra things underneath that to make it sound even bigger. That's where we have random synths and vocals. We have some choir presets that I'll show you in a sec. Vocals are right here. Okay, so we have this airy pad, which it helps to fill a lot of the space. Oh, that's so nice. That sounds great. And then you have to throw in a choir. So here we go, mixed choir. I'll keep the other layer underneath as well. Oh. Now we're talking. So good. Okay. And then we also have in another section some female choir, because on their own, it adds this little extra like airiness at the top. So within the whole mix, it adds just the, like I said, a little bit of airiness and fullness. So here we go. This section has all three of them together. Very heavenly. Ooh. 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 That sounded good. Then we also have this underneath. What is this? I think it's just another pad. It's just another like extra thing to make the second section feel a little bit different from the first. Yeah. So this is one of those things that you won't really notice in the mix, like when everything is going on together. This is something that just adds a little something to, like I said, like to make the new section better than the last and a little bit different. So let's hear this all together with the guitars and the drums and the bass. And then you'll see this is where things are really going to start to take shape. And I wish I had have taken the time to group these together so I don't have to keep singling them all out each time. Maybe next time. Okay, back to the top. And so I can see what I'm doing, because we want to hear this whole section. Oh yeah. So good. So right away, this having these the choirs and that little extra pad underneath, it makes such a big difference at filling out the mix. I'd like to also talk about the trumpets. I'm not gonna turn everything off again. Maybe I'll turn off a couple of things, but we have the trumpets and trombones and an extra set of trumpets. Actually, you know what? I will. I'll turn off some of this stuff here. Yeah, you'll probably want to hear that on its own. Just by the way, before I did this mix, I played the remaster of Metroid Prime. So good on the Switch. Oh man, it was so much fun. I couldn't stop playing it, like with the Switch controls and everything. It was so fun. All right, so we got our trumpets, our trombones, and our other set of 3 trumpets. Okay, so let's talk about this. I want to take a little bit of time to talk about these trumpet sounds and trombone sounds, because for those of you who make music and you use like you try to like mimic real instruments like trumpets and like strings and things that have a lot of different artists playing at the same time. This is a great tip for you. So this 3 trumpets is actually made up of 3 different types of trumpets, and I try to separate the parts, and I try to pretend that each one of these is its own trumpet player, and I pretty much I block out the chord, and then I copy and paste it around, and then I move bits. I move them like a little bit, just nudge them, just so that it's not like they're all playing at the same time. Because if you're playing in an orchestra, musicians are not going to play all at the same time, like right on the grid. People are going to be a little off sometimes. So that's what I like to do. I like to offset some of this stuff so it sounds a little bit more realistic. So this 3 trumpets, I'm thinking in terms of trumpet players. Very nice. Another little trick with the trumpets is, you see this little like descent. I think I'm not sure what the term is for this, but the little like that little fall. You would think if you're playing this on the piano, you would just do like a roll down and you would get each note down. But if you're playing the trumpet, you can't do that. Like you're not going to go like A, G, F, E, D, C down the scale. You're going to do like random notes. So I simulated that by doing the line down, but see, this note's playing like slightly after this one, even though it's like down the waterfall, if you want to call it. And then here too, like this one's a note that's after this one, but it's being played first. So it's trying to simulate the real motion of doing trumpet. So I did that for just these 2 because I thought I was overkill to do it on all 3. But like I said, yeah, each section of this is actually 3 separate trumpet sounds. Because if I use 3 different kind of trumpet sounds, then I can try to simulate a full orchestra without it sounding fake. And again, treating each one of these like it's its own trumpet player. So I do the same thing for the Trombones Pro, and for the Trumpets Pro. So these 2 are higher quality sounds that I purchased not too long ago, and they're very, very realistic. I really recommend this if you're trying to do realistic trumpets and trombone sounds. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm using. I'm using Trumpet Pro. Yeah, right here. Don't want that. It's called Session Horns Pro by, I think it's Native Instrument. And you have the different instruments here, and you can mix and match. So for this one, I have bass trombone, baritone sax, and then I have tenor trombone. And then for this one, I have just a flugelhorn. So I tried to cover like the lower register, like the bassier stuff down here. And then for the other one, for the Trumpet Pro, this one is mainly, let's see if I can find it. Trumpet. Yeah. Trumpet Pro. No, that's the same one. This one. Yeah. So Trumpet Pro, I put alto sax. And I put 2 trumpets for the top. So my goal is to try to make it sound as realistic as possible. So let's hear it together. Very nice. This is basically copy paste. Yeah. And then I had a fun section over here. When you hear the original, you'll hear the next section. Nice and big. Yeah. Okay. That's enough about trumpets. We'll move on to the next thing, which is the synths. Okay, let's have a listen. We got a lot of them. I'm just going to turn them all on. There we go. Oh, we're missing some. Oh, I'll go back. Again. Cool. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these synth sounds, but there's quite a few. This one in particular, though, I want to do a shout out because this one is the Kirby 64 sound. Oh, wait, not that one. Something's still on. Oh, that's why. There's so many of these. Where's my Kirby? Kirby 64. I just saw it. I think it's this one. No, I don't think that's it. Is it this one? No. I think... Yeah, lots of synth. It took me a long time to get these synth sounds right. I don't want to go to spend too much time going through each one of these because it's gonna take a long time. The only one I want to talk about is the one we just heard just there. So this one, those little doo 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 boop, those are pretty much the same sound as what's in the original. And I didn't rip it. I just found it in my sound pack. It's actually based off of a pretty standard sound. Let's see if I can find it. Raw square. Yeah. Yeah, it's these. Yeah, it's these. So this is what it's made out of. And I'm using like weird echo delays to try to make the sound. And I had to end up like splitting between the two. And it was a nightmare. I spent way too much time trying to reproduce that sound. But I got it. I learned a lot on trying to do it. and I'm happy with the final product. There you go. Okay, and finally, I'm going to show the piano. The nice little piano part just at the end of the song. Let's go ahead. There we go. So the piano part just at the end of the song. Right around here. That. Yeah. So the piano part, let's see, I'll find it. Yeah, keys, and I think that's it. Yeah. Right. So my keys are actually, even though there's only one recording here for the keys, it's made up, this section is made up of a lot of different pianos. Let's go take a quick look. Here on the rack. Yeah. Okay. So we have the combinator, and I'll loop this section so that you can hear the different piano sounds. This one took me a lot of time to get right, because I didn't want to just copy the original. I wanted to do something a little different, and on its own, I had to keep adding more piano to get it right. And I also added, and you'll hear it in a sec, I added strings on the top. But yeah, let's talk. I'll show you the piano first. Really nice. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I have 6 pianos going on at the same time right now to get this sound. And I've grouped it all together, and I didn't have to copy paste the same MIDI track over and over. So that was pretty cool. So we have this. Very subtle. It's just underneath, and it adds a little bit of thickness. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's panning going back and forth, left and right. There's this one. It's a Wurlitzer. If you're familiar with the different types of pianos, electronic pianos, this one's the Wurlitzer. This one's just a little extra effect. This is the backbone right here. This is me trying to reproduce what's in the original track. So I found this keyboard, and it's as close as I could get it to sound like the original. I think it's this one here, the CP80. And then I always like to put a grand piano underneath. It just sounds nice. Get it's a little taste of realism. Very nice. And then finally, this weird thing. It's just fun. I don't know what it is. It just says Jewels. And all together. So nice. Now, let's add in that string part. Where did I put that? My string. String. Hello. I know it's here. It might. Hang on. No. Where's that string? Oh, it's this one. I don't hear it. There it is. You hear it? It's high. It's high up. Nice stream. Oh yeah. Now let's add the bass. Oh no, there's no bass here. It's the drums. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. That was the last thing I recorded, was the piano. And yeah, notice I don't just have 6 pianos and they're all like the same volume. They're different volumes and they're panned just a little bit different, each one of them. So yeah, that's basically the whole track. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If there's anything that you wish I would have covered, let me know. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And I'd love to hear all your comments. And if you have ideas for another song, please let me know, and I'll see if I can fit it in and consider maybe doing one of your songs. So for the last time, I will play it again from start to finish and try to listen to everything that I talked about. If you can pick out the little things that we talked about. So here we go for the last time. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.